I'm Chris Bianchi out here at the Tivoli Plaza on the Aurora campus here downtown Denver. And of course, this is going to be the site for the biggest watch party outside of Ball Arena, where Ball Arena is right over there, by the way. So it's just about spitting distance just behind me, maybe 100, 200 yards or so behind me is Ball Arena. But here is where, if you don't want to spend, I don't know, your mortgage payment on going into Ball Arena to watch Game 1, you can come here for free, and there's capacity for up to 20,000 people, and there's a big stage, a whole lot of fun, and there's a whole lot of activities. Just chatting with some of the folks around here as well. There's a whole lot of food trucks that are being set on up all around the facility, and there's going to be water stations as well as beer trucks, which of course, I'm sure plenty of you will be taking a good part in that. But here's the big stage. So this is where you'll be able to see the big screen. Hey, Amanda, wonderful photographer slash everything extraordinaire, Amanda and I. You can see us there in the big screen behind me, but kind of give you a little bit of the rundown about what to expect as we head over the next few hours. Doors to get in here will technically open at 4 p.m. Just as a meteorologist, I would recommend you wait closer to about 5 o'clock just because it's going to be so hot and so sunny. And also, you cannot bring in any sort of outside food or beverage except for factory sealed water bottles. So again, just keep in mind, you can't bring in outside alcohol, anything like that. You got to come down here. So the reason I mention is wait a little bit of time is it's going to be hot. Obviously, temperatures already in the mid 80s. We're probably going to be talking about those temperatures in the upper 80s by the time we get to about 4 or 5 o'clock. So it will be warm. The other thing I would say is lather on all that sunscreen because I'm going to get some sun. I'm fairly pale, so I would imagine by the end of the segment I will be maybe slightly sunburned, but that's neither here nor there. Also, another thing to keep in mind, when the doors do open at 4 o'clock, of course, puck drop is at 6 p.m., slightly after 6 p.m. tonight. You can't bring chairs or umbrellas. It is a bit of a standing room only sort of situation. I think they're trying to pack as many people as they can in here. It will be a standing room only crowd. So what you're looking at here, it's just a whole lot of empty grass right now, but in about 4 hours, this will be filled with thousands of Avalanche fans sweating through and enjoying Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Finals. Of course, the Avs back in the Stanley Cup Finals for the first time in 21 years, so there's a lot of excitement around town about that, but this is a great place to celebrate that if you don't have a place to go or you don't want to spend, again, hundreds if not thousands of dollars to get into the building about 200 yards behind me. This is a great option here again. And just kind of walk you around a little bit. What you're looking at there is the Tivoli building, and of course we're on the campus of CU Denver, and you can see these kind of big screens that are positioned all around. So don't be too worried about getting necessarily right up front because there are, again, you may not be able to see it, all around here there are these huge big screen TVs showing the game. I would imagine they're going to be blasting the volume as well, so you'll have the kind of front row viewing experience that you don't necessarily, again, I don't think you need to necessarily be in the front row, be here right at 4 o'clock to get that. You want to get here then, great, but also over there, imagine for some of you this will be a popular stop. That'll be the beverage station. That's where alcohol will be served. There will be, again, you can buy booze, obviously bring your ID, and come down here and get all the alcohol that you want, and you can see even some of the pricing up there. Looks like actually not quite stadium pricing, $7 Coors Light. That's not terrible. Certainly not Ball Arena prices. Hopefully I'm not making too much commentary about stadium beverage prices there, but again, this is where they're going to be serving booze. I understand that there will also be water stations, free water stations, so there is going to be water sold here, but you don't have to buy water bottles. There will be water stations set up throughout, which is obviously really important with the really warm temperatures that we'll be dealing with later on today. There are going to be giveaways. Now, I don't think, I did not see anywhere on the listing that there's going to be a Forerunner given away, but that looks fun. I do know there will be some giveaways. I think it's going to be mostly Avalanche swag and things like that. So if you want to win something, come on down because you might just do that as well. Again, this is now we're getting towards the back side of it. If you turn around here, Amanda following me here, you could probably just pick out Ball Arena right over my right shoulder. So right over there, that's Ball Arena. And then in the near ground, that's the main stage, and you can see the huge speakers set on up. So again, plenty of volume, and I'm sure you won't have to get here all that early to get a pretty good viewing experience with all those big screen TVs that are set on up. So I mentioned some of the beverages. I haven't gotten into the food part yet, and personally for me, that's the exciting part. There's gonna be a ton of food trucks. I've seen a couple only so far. I would imagine the food trucks will get here a bit closer to puck drop, but there's a Billy's Gourmet Hot Dogs food truck over to the left, and my understanding is that there will be several food trucks. I didn't see an exact number of them, but I would imagine they'll be kind of lined up throughout the ring, the perimeter of the viewing area. So that's worth keeping in mind. One other option, I'll volunteer, maybe for those of you who live closer to central Denver, probably a good idea to bike or Uber or scoot down here, because of course you're not only going to have the 10 to 20,000 people that'll be packed into this space, you're going to have the 18,000 people going to Ball Arena. So this is going to be exceptionally crowded compared to usual. I'll be fully transparent about this. I'm going to come down here with my fiance in a couple hours as well, and we're going to bike a couple miles to get down here, just because of the fact, again, there's going to be so much traffic compared to usual. And of course, puck drop is at 6 o'clock, which means that'll coincide with rush hour. So you're going to have rush hour and two basically Pepsi Center, or Ball Arenas, I should say, worth of people coming down here at the same time. So it'll be more crowded than usual. Factor in rush hour traffic. Probably a good idea to leave the car at home, plus gas prices, we all know about that too. So maybe not a bad idea to come down here with a bike, a scooter, something like that, and again, avoid some of the big space that you'll have to take on up. So a couple other things I want to pass along here, just to make sure if you're planning on coming down here, make sure you don't bring any sort of chairs or umbrellas. They're not allowing that. You can't bring like a blanket or a tarp. The expectation is that everybody's going to be standing the whole time. So if you don't want to stand for 3+ hours, this may not be the venue for you, but if you don't mind that, this may be the option for you. But again, just don't bring a chair or anything like that. You may be able to sit in between periods, but probably in a very small, cramped space. There is no bag check available, so don't plan on bringing something down here and being able to get it after, for example. There's no bag check, so anything that you do bring down here will be searched and subject to medical security search. So a couple other things. You can't bring a pet. Sorry. I was actually thinking about bringing my dog down here, but no pets except for service animals. And large backpacks. I mentioned the chairs, outside alcohol, outside beverages. The only thing you can bring in here to drink is a factory sealed water bottle. So just keep that in mind. Drink lots of water before get here, and there will be, again, water stations, free water stations throughout the venue. So that's hopefully a pretty good tour of what to expect here tonight. Again, there is the capacity for up to 20,000 people to cram in here. It is a standing room only crowd. Game 1, Stanley Cup Finals. It only happens, every 21 years. It's been 21 years since the Colorado Avalanche have been in the Stanley Cup Finals. So hopefully you can come down here or just celebrate however you want to. But obviously it'll be a fun time here at the Tivoli Plaza here on the campus of CU Denver, and also, of course, inside the stadium at Ball Arena, where all the action will be happening. Hey, thanks so much for taking this tour with me here on the campus of CU Denver, and hopefully you'll see you down here, and if not, at least root on the Avalanche. Let's go Avs. Come down here tonight between doors open at 4 o'clock. Game starts at 6 p.m. Thanks again for joining us.